If this is your first time seeing my face, I just wanted to put this out there that I am a Republican. And this is what this video is going to be about, kinda. Now, I don't hate myself. As you can see, I have my natural hair out. I used to have locks. I cut my locks after 7 years, and now I'm regrowing my hair from fresh. I just have Republican views. I don't believe in abortion. I don't believe that men should be in women's bathrooms or playing in women's sports. I'm conservative when it comes to my money. Things of that nature. I have conservative views, but that's just the way that I vote. Now, when you belong to a political party, whether it be the left or the right, you always 100% have to agree with that political party's point of views. And when you don't agree with it, when you expand your mind and think outside the box, then the army is going to come for you. It doesn't matter who you are. And some Republicans are going to get mad at me when I say this. They can dress it up like, oh, we're all kumbaya over here. No, it definitely is not. And there are times when you'll see or hear some Republicans say, we're supposed to be better than them. We're Republicans. We're still all human beings. Just because you belong to a certain political party, that doesn't mean that you are not flawed. Like, hello, we live on earth. We are all born not perfect beings. But the Republican Party is starting to get annoying to me. I'm not going to change my views, but I'm intelligent enough to know that that is not my identity. Just because I'm a Republican, that doesn't mean that I have to agree with every single thing, like I said earlier in the video. So I was in the comment section on Brandon Jamal's, it was on Instagram. I was in the comment section, and he had posted a clip about they broke it down and said that Obama is blaming Trump. And this is another thing that they do. They're saying that Obama is blaming Trump as to why his marriage was ruined. Technically, Obama did not blame Trump in the sense that they're trying to word it to make it seem more extreme, to make it seem like, everybody has Trump derangement syndrome. That is true. Some people do have that. But in this case, it was more like Obama was talking about he is like the face of the Democratic Party. So since Trump was running in the last election, they called him, and they needed him on Kamala's campaign trail to get black people out there to vote, because they know that if they see Obama, if black people see Obama, then it's like, oh, daddy's talking, we need to listen to him. And you could tell, like, it's taking a toll on him. Like, he can't enjoy his marriage for the simple fact that he's always having to come and show face to get said Democratic candidate to win. Even in Virginia, my home state, Abigail Spanberger, he endorsed her, I believe, and she won that state. So I can understand how that can get exhausting. Like, you can't enjoy your marriage because you have to be the face of the Democratic Party and you're no longer running. Like, he hasn't been president for a long time. What has been like over a decade or something? Like, yes, I think it's been like a decade since Obama has been president, and he's still acting in these like presidential type roles because the Democratic Party is just weak. They're just boring. They don't really have anybody. So what do? They call on Obama. They know that Obama is going to grab the attention. You can't even talk bad about Obama in the presence of like the old heads, our grannies and our pops and, the black community, the black Democrats. You cannot talk bad about Obama at all, or they're going to label you as a racist. And it's just like, no, I just don't agree with the stuff that he did. That doesn't make you a racist. That doesn't make you a sellout. That doesn't mean that you hate yourself just because you don't agree with everything Obama says. Like, I have my own father. A lot of us have our own fathers. And I think part of the thing with the black community is we don't have a lot of representation, a lot of positive representation. And since Barack Obama presents well and he speaks well and he looks the part, that's a win for them. Like, you have to be these things because that is a great representation of the African or Black American community. And people act like we really don't have that. They It's really actually confusing because black Americans don't want to be looked at as ghetto, but you cheer on somebody like Meg the Stallion who was twerking at what is it, the DNC, in front of all those people, and that was like a professional setting. Or you cheer on somebody like Jasmine Crockett who gets loud up in those courtrooms and it's just completely ratchet, and she did not grow up like that. Y'all will cheer that on, but when it comes to Obama, it's like, oh, he presents well. It's all about like how somebody look, whether they're faking it. You could be faking it, but if you present well and they like you and you're on the same team as them, then it's all good. I'm not on nobody's daggone team. I'm my own individual person. I vote R when I go to those little booths. I put my R down, but at the same time, like, I don't agree with every Republican candidate that runs in any election. Like, we're about to have elections here in Florida, so I have to choose between who I'm going to vote for. I need to do more of my research on these candidates instead of just checking just because, like Byron Donalds. I'm not going to vote for him just because he's black. Like, that wouldn't be fair. There's other candidates that are running, and I need to be able to hear them out too. Like, I'm not going to just do something because somebody tells me to do it. But I do think it was interesting because the Democratic Party is all about identity politics. And if I try to figure this stuff out, it's just going to drive me nuts because none of it makes sense. It's literally pick and choose. And that just, it shows like how the community really don't know what they want. It's if you're Barack Obama and we see your face, we recognize you, oh, you're with that person, cool. We're going to do whatever daddy tells us to do, which is really bizarre. And it's kind of sad because a lot of black Americans, I'm not going to say a lot. That wouldn't be fair for me to say a lot. But there are individuals that grew up without a father or a strong male presence. So they look at Obama as that person. Obama, he's not going to say the harsh things out loud. He's going to restrain himself and he's going to say what sounds good to you. Whereas somebody like Donald Trump, he's going to say directly what he means. And this is what people need. Barack Obama takes it soft on people. We're not going to get that from Trump. And I want somebody that's going to be honest to me, instead of like treading lightly so they don't upset me. Because we're going to go our entire life, having to walk on eggshells because somebody thinks that what we said is too mean. We hurt their feelings and, we need to take it easy on them. I'm just not about to do that. But yeah. Back to what I was saying about Brandon Jamal, I completely went off on another tangent. So I put in that comment section like, well, technically, Trump is kinda messing with his relationship because he's always having to come rescue the Democratic Party. It's not really Trump, but they're going to say that it's Trump. And people attacked me on there because they couldn't figure out what party I belong to because I didn't agree. I didn't say that Barack Obama had Trump derangement syndrome. I simply said that, I can see where he's coming from because he's always having to come and rescue these people. And they think Trump is the big bad wolf. So we need somebody to come and protect us from the big bad wolf. So they pull Barack Obama out there and it's taken away from his personal life. I said something along the lines of that. If I can find it on Instagram, I will post some of the screenshots on here. But they came after me. The Republicans came after me. And for a while, I did not even tell them that I was a part of, that I'm a Republican, because I don't need to say that I'm a Republican to show that I'm on your side. It should just be, oh, you just, as an adult, need to expand your mind and just be able to think outside of the box instead of acting in a herd or a tribe mentality. Like that's just not me. And it's going to upset some people. I really don't care, but I just vote Republican. I vote Republican and I go on about my day. Like, I can't I can't just tear somebody down when they don't have the same beliefs as me. And this is what annoys me about some people in my family, because I am the only Republican in my family. They try to bring up political things anytime they get a chance, and it's like, bruh, I don't want to talk about politics. Like they would throw little jabs out there like, oh, Trump did this and Trump did that, and it's like, all right, like you can think whatever you want to. Like I have no rebuttal. If that's what you're seeing, then all right, that's fine. But I'm not going to convince you for me to say, oh, I made the wrong choice by voting for Donald Trump. Like I'm just not going to do that just because you're uncomfortable with it. You may like it, you may hate it. I really don't care. I'm just really trying to live my life. There are things that I want to do in my personal life to continue to grow myself as a person. Make sure that I'm in a great standing with my mental health, and that I'm investing in the stocks and the crypto, things like that. I have things that I just do in my regular life, and I just want to live like I want to have new experiences. I don't want to be just waiting around for somebody to try to challenge my political views so I can defend myself. Like I'm just not doing that. But I want to hear some of you guys' out of the box opinions on this. Do you guys feel that the Republicans and the Democrats are starting to take things too far, or do you feel like people need to pick a side and they need to stay on that side and always support the people that are within their party? Let me know down in the comment section. Also, I'm curious to know, do you think that the Democratic Party is wearing Barack Obama out, or do you think that this has something to do with Trump? Because apparently Trump is out here ruining people's marriages. But I don't know. I'm curious to know what you guys think down in the comments. Let's talk about it. I will see you in the next one. Peace out.